In today's episode of the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood, tarot takes a backseat to the realities of the election. I love how we're gaining a wider and more bird's-eye view of the problems facing the coven. We began the game with our own personal qualms with Adana, the previous leader, but now is our time to listen to the rest of our coven sisters and see what they hope for the future. I'm curious, would you ever run for office? It could be in a community group or a wider city, state, or heck, national election. Let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to post my own response below as well. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. The title of Chapter 6 is Pandemonium, which does not bode well for the election process that we're about to go through. It looks like though we're in a flashback with an arbiter, a maybe younger Fortuna, so this may be before the isolation or right before the exile happened, like at the sentencing. It may also be at the start of Fortuna becoming a witch, perhaps, because we haven't seen much of that as well in any of the flashbacks so far. Please wait here. Eugenia will be here in a minute. Okay, yes, so this is when she has just ascended. What is this? Am I dead? No, don't worry, you're not dead at all. I shouldn't say a lot more, though. Why not? Protocol. This probably doesn't mean much to you, but you are extremely lucky. Eugenia is an exceptional witch, and you couldn't be in better hands. What? Come again? Oh, oops, I've said too much. But everything is going to be all right. I must go, just get comfortable. But, bye. Ooh, okay, so we can walk to 3 spots. Let's look out the window first. Excuse me. I don't recognize these stars. Where the hell am I? Look at the fireplace next. Ooh, so warm. This feels nice. This is a beautiful room. This place is actually super cool. I wonder if it'd be too expensive to rent for a nice getaway with these fools. Those fools. Will I ever get to see my friends again? Just get comfortable. My clothes are still wet. And how did this much sand get under my swimsuit? Isn't that always the way? Oh shit, I still have the keys of the food truck on me. I hope Ava and Patrice managed to get back home okay. This place makes me want to read tarot. The air smells like nothing I've smelled before. It's a mix of nature, fate, and possibility. Gravity feels different too. Lighter. I feel like my mind is slowly shedding some dry husk and a fresh breeze is starting to blow through it. This trembling, this isn't fear, it's excitement. Oh no. I feel like I never want to go home. Whoa! Whoa! I love you already. Oh, relax. I'm here to look after you. Oh my gosh, this is so cool! You were from Earth, right? Earthlings always have the worst time processing their ascension. Your collective subconscious is too cynical. Your society rejects magic with a strength unlike any other in this universe. Just let it sink in. This is something good, I promise. Dear? My brain is trying to grasp the one thing I can understand, and that is deer instead of magic and cosmic powers and everything. Yes, very observant. My kin are what human witches call deer folk. Oh, and you are a human witch, by the way. Is this really happening? Yes. Congratulations, you ascended. Please don't be afraid. I'm not afraid. This is the best day of my life. Because remember, she proclaimed that she wanted to be a witch right before ascending. Okay, now this is different. We have something up in that corner, the upper left, that says, I guess corner of the half screen. It says 32 cycles left. I think that's our time limit for maybe before election day or voting day. We're ready to take over the universe. Man, Dahlia is so cool. Like, everyone's outfits are amazing. I think Dahlia's is maybe one of my favorites. Commander Patrice, what's the situation? Everything is set to go. Election day has just been announced. We're merely 32 cycles away from it. How are you feeling, Dahlia? About to explode. I've got too much pent-up energy. Just set some objectives for me and I will obliterate them. Metaphorically, I hope. Metaphorically, mainly, yes, but I'm ready to take on a dozen daemons if necessary, too. Good to know. Let's get to work then. I never know if Daemons, I think it's pronounced demons, but I don't know if it's pronounced daemons. I always went back and forth as a kid, and I feel like I never got an answer to that. We're going to check the vibe of the coven first. Programs have already been made public, so witches are starting to form their own ideas regarding this race. We can tap into the mind of the coven with the Dream Ball. The Dream Ball allows us to get real-time readings on our community's desires and expectations. Hence, we can filter the current vote intention. Ooh, spreadsheet sorcery. That's some high-level magic. I'm an Excel witch. This will be the pivotal tool for adjusting our strategies as the race progresses. Every action we perform and the actions of our opponents, of course, will affect the Coven's sympathies, and that'll be reflected in the Dream Ball's readings. I added some men's runes to filter voice intention by demographic. Go ahead, browse through them. I encourage you to put some time into familiarizing yourself with the characteristics of each group. Absolutely. I've been preparing myself for the race by doing some reading about the history of the Coven and the different factions. I'm not just muscle. That's good. Fortuna, as the oracle of the team, you'd better take responsibility and do some studying too. Luckily for you, as the founder of the Cosmic Gazette, I know a fair amount about the idiosyncrasies of our coven. I wrote down a comprehensive demographic analysis for you. I took the liberty of placing it all in your library for when you have the time to go and do some studying. Okay, thank you. That's awesome. I got you. Now, how about how we're going to operate? Fortuna, you won't be able to accomplish much by yourself out there being exiled and all, so you're going to be in charge of the team management from this point on. Shouldn't it be someone more prepared than me? We're all going to be busy heading out for events, garnering support, or whatever else is needed. We need someone tracking all of our efforts and assigning tasks so we can better focus on our mission without worrying about our schedules. You are extremely intelligent and have sharp instincts. I have zero doubts that you'll do an excellent job. You've got this, 40. At least it wasn't Tuna. Fortuna. Okay, sure. I'm ready. Whatever it takes. You just keep track of the vote intention and try to redirect our efforts. You just keep track of the vote intention and try to redirect our efforts towards increasing our vote count, as in promoting some point of the program, looking for allies, gathering intel, or even harvesting energy for your deck should it become necessary for any reason. Bear in mind that these tasks will take between 3 and 5 cycles each, so plan accordingly. Oh dang, okay, so we don't have 30 different opportunities, we have far less, depending if they all take 3 to 5. Okay, understood. But wait, what do I do while you're all out? Do your homework. Do some studying, make some cards, or jerk off to relieve the pressure. Patrice, what? It works, trust me. Always so gross. As the race progresses, you'll have to meet some prospective allies or even rivals here in this office. So don't worry, I don't think you'll get that much idle time. Okay. Everybody ready? Any doubts? Let's get out there already. Oh, I almost forgot. I've got something for you, Fortuna. Ooh. Myself, personal growth, and self-realization. Remember those articles on the Cosmic Gazette you dislike so much? Like 12 objects of power that'll make your life easier. Well, as it happens, number 5 will shock you. Here. The root of aplomb. Ooh. Swallow it and it'll increase your powers of persuasion. Wow, so not only do I have the ability to write the future, I have the ability to persuade people to go into them, my idea of the future, more easily. That's reassuring. Okay. It'll live in your stomach for decades, liberating the very essence of willpower atom by atom. It'll also siphon away your self-doubt. It'll be way more effective if you ran for leader yourself. I'm still wrapping my head around the fact that you decided to play a supporting role given your true nature. Here we go. What true nature? You've always relied on only yourself. This is quite unlike you, is all I'm saying. Hey, 200 years of exile can change a girl. Come on. We've already had this conversation. You're right. We best focus on helpful things. Anyway, let's get to work. Let's make sure we all have a task and get this ball rolling. Stay motivated. All right, tasks. Whew. Okay, so we've got a full list of things to look at. So let's learn a bit about, we have 100 witches. Nice and even number, perfect. We have novices. Okay, so we have 14 novices. I feel like I should be taking actual notes. Oh my gosh, let me just get my pen and paper out. So we have 100 witches. 14 are novices, which is a little bit less than I thought, honestly. But most of the novices, 50% of them, like Dahlia. Okay. Producers. All right, that makes sense. They're 22. I wonder, I guess novices maybe don't have a official job yet, or they're working towards it. Because I'm like, are there any novice producers? Are these like, can we have intersectional categories here? But probably not, I would guess, just for the sake of the game. So 22 producers. They are going for Jasmine, which makes sense. Oh, yeah. Wow. All 11 warriors. That's pretty substantial. What's interesting is that of her, like, Dahlia definitely has the warrior, like, she is the warrior witch. She converted all warrior witches over to her side. Jasmine's a producer witch, and it's interesting that she has not converted everyone over to her side as well. Explorers also very into Dahlia. I wonder if it's because we modified the human clause, the human component of the program. We have 25 academics. Those goes toward Jasmine. Oh wait, I should put, let's see, so D for Dahlia, J for Jasmine. Novices, they were going for Dahlia, right? Yeah, by a bare margin. I mean, 50 to 36, that's maybe more than bare, but still. So we had 25 academics, and that is actually quite close between Jasmine and Capressa. So academics, so put J, and then oracles here. Whoa, oracles are quite evenly split. And that's actually to Capressa. Oracles must be the oldest of the old wishes. So, again, we have Dahlia's program. We have Jasmine's program. I figure you can pause also to just refresh your memory. And Capressa's program. All right. We are currently barely in the lead. I think it seems like the areas that we would need to convert are the producers, the academics, and the oracles. I'm wondering if we start with the oracles and academics first, because we seem to have a closer shot. Also, I really would love to steal the votes from Capressa more than anything else, if possible. Ooh. Okay. I'd like you to, oh dang, okay. Look for allies and opponent opportunities, challenge an opponent's program, promote our program, dig up dirt, harvest energy. I don't know if there's like innate skills that each witch brings to the task that they do. I feel like allies and opportunities. Let's see who we can bring to our side first. Nice, I have some ideas in mind already. See you in a few cycles. I'd like you to promote our program. We're going on a positive spin for this first round. Let's focus our efforts on, let's do academics. Campaign time. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. So what I will do is take some time to study. I see I have mail. I think if I do mail, it'll progress the story forward. So I'm going to do studying first because I feel like that's probably important. Study. Excerpt on the 4 elements water. A witch can easily fall in love with the element of water. Water is the substance of all things, their nature in a vacuum, its platonic ideal. Love, desire, sadness, even hope. Anything is able to hold or channel feelings. And one could say a piece of wood isn't able to have its own genuine feelings, that emotion is in the heart of the beholder, but multiple experiments throughout history have proven this hypothesis wrong. Take this very same piece of wood and leave it in a home full of love. Let a family take care of it. Talk to it, embrace it. Then take this piece of wood to another planet and leave it in the middle of the forest. Observe animals walking around it with the utmost respect. Eventually, we would be able to witness a wandering artist falling in love with that piece of wood and taking it with them to carve the most beautiful piece of art. Water has infinite potential. Any element can absorb a massive amount of water energy, and when full, water will start overflowing, impregnating any other elements in its surroundings. Combine water with water and you will unlock boundless potential. You will access the maximum power that anything has to offer. Water in water is the realization of potential. Okay, let's go back and let's do, can we do a card? Yeah. I feel like we have not gotten close to all of the cards. We haven't done everything yet. So I think it'd be quite nice to do a card maybe per cycle or set of cycles. I like I like this because it's the Red Strings Club, which is the developer's previous game. But it also kind of fits the way we're campaigning, we're rubbing elbows with folks, so I think of a bar when that happens. Is it cheesy to go with... Oops, nope, that's not what I meant to do. Is it cheesy to go with the bartender? We can, so let's do it, actually. And I think I want to use the Minister of Secrets, and I barely can. Ooh, good, good, good. Okay, so let's see. We've got a bartender, so I would like them to stand behind the bar. And we've got a couple of aquariums here, so let's put out some aquatic decor. Now you... Oh, can I not put you behind the bar? Dang. Okay, well that's fine. I think we'll put you... here then. The snake, I want it to go inside. All right, we got a bit of a bar scene. I don't know if I've ever been to a bar that has some aquatic snakes just like hanging out, poking around, but this is a different bar than maybe you're used to. The Red Strings Club. Fortuna, are you listening? Look into their souls. Witness to many kinds of love. The bartender can channel hidden feelings. The Minister of Secrets veils the inner truths of the heart. A flood of water can unleash hidden potentials. Communication, peace, yearning, passion, and power. All right. Let's go back. We have 31 cycles left. Let's read the mail, and I think by then probably our cohorts will be back with news. Ooh, which Fortuna? I would formally like to introduce myself before the race. Ooh, Capressa, probably. There are some topics I'm interested in discussing with you regarding the nature of the political shift our coven is about to experience. All right, Capressa. Oh my gosh, beautiful. Whoa. Capressa, that's amazing. Hello, I am Capressa. Nice to meet you. Welcome, I'm Fortuna. Nice to meet you too. Thanks for having me. I wanted to introduce myself formally before the race becomes hectic. Why me? I'm not the one running. Oh, I know, but you are one of the major players in these elections. A driving force, as Adana would put it. Adana often confided in me. The fear you inspired in her was one of her greatest weaknesses. Oh wow, I don't know how to feel about that. That makes two of us. That's the main reason I decided to pay you a visit. To keep me in check. To form my own judgment. Adana was right, you should fear me too. I promise I carry the best of intentions. There's a certain aura around you that tells me I can trust you. Plants were more sensitive to this kind of energy. Now that I see Adana's fear was unfounded, a product of her decaying mind. Knowing this, I must ask you and your team to retire from the race. What? Why? You are too close to your human side to properly govern a cosmic coven. That's what made Adana such a great leader. She had a direct channel of communication with the gods and was far detached from her human origins. On the other hand, you, Dahlia, and Jasmine, you have an uncountable number of human flaws. Fear, pride, envy, greed, even what you consider virtues such as ambition or mercy, or even the most basic things such as the need for comfort or enjoyment cloud your judgment. Flaws, flaws, flaws. We may have flaws, but the people we govern will have those flaws as well. To not take those into account, I feel like would be an egregious oversight. Without feeling, how can you truly care for your peers? There are many beings in this universe that are better suited for leadership than your kind, precisely because of this lack of human feelings. Have you ever stopped to study the flora? Most witches are too fauna-centric to see other forms of existence. As a tree, my entelechy is that of growth and community. I lack individuality. I am just part of a forest. We, the plants, grow, expand, and nurture all around us. The majority of us don't need to feed on other living beings to prosper. That basic fact alters our whole perception of reality. Human existence is so built on top of sacrifice that you are immune to innumerable forms of brutality. You are a devourer of worlds, and we, the plants, are their healers. I'm going to take care of you no matter how you treat me. Let me ask you a question. What is the most important quality in a leader? Oh, that's tough. We have intelligence, selflessness, empathy, charisma, integrity. I personally, oh God, that's hard. And this is one of those instances where I feel less like Fortuna answering this and more like myself, which again is pretty interesting the way the game does that. I'm in sort of a toss-up between empathy and integrity. I do think it's so important for leaders to be able to feel and empathize with their constituents, because how else will you truly address what their concerns are? I think there's a certain degree of intelligence that comes with empathizing, right? Integrity is another really good word, though, in the sense that, oh man, because I think empathy without something to temper it can just become maybe more of a bleeding heart. If you're too empathetic as a leader, you may not be able to see the forest from the trees. Sorry, Capressa. And so I think maybe integrity is the word that I would look for most. But in that argument, I could see Capressa just being like, humans don't have that much integrity. So what? But I'm going to say integrity. Oh, I know what you mean. But in all the millennia I've been around, I've found it to be quite the idealistic concept. What is integrity? Notice I didn't provide a definition of integrity, which is because I couldn't quite figure out how to explain it, and Compress is coming for me. Dang it. So to have strong moral values? But how are these values defined to begin with? Does integrity respond to the values of the community or those of the individual? What happens when those values conflict with someone else's? I've seen integrity redefined over and over again, both inside and outside the coven. There is one other quality that's always immutable and true, though: selflessness. That is the most important trait in a leader. Yeah, to put this group's needs before your own. And even if you invented the word, humans aren't capable of it. All those emotions we talked about before, they're what make it impossible. Satisfaction, respect, honor, friendship, the list is endless. Humans are capable of selfless actions, but not of selfless existences. A leader deprived of all that is just automata. And what's the problem with that? A leader needs drive, a vision. They need to take risks. They need to have impetus and urgency in their action. And if you do not have, witches already don't have really this, well, they have mortality in the sense that their existences end. But if there isn't some sort of drive to get something done before your end, if you are just sort of distant from it all or separate, clinical about everything, that seems like, and again, I don't know, I'm just a human. Maybe I'm blinded by my own emotions, but it seems like it's a recipe for leadership like Adana's that doesn't actually serve its people. And gamble with the future of a whole community? Yes. You put your trust in a leader because you believe in the change they propose. Otherwise, you're just appointing an administrator. And what's wrong with having a fair administrator? Stagnation? Unlike plants, we consider movement to be a symptom of life. I see. So that's what you and your sisters value over stability. I'm afraid human-born witches are like that, yes. Thank you. You've helped me to understand our coven better. Listen, Capressa, I don't want to read her fortune. That feels a bit manipulative, to be honest. Because what if I just accidentally get a card that just reads her fate to be like, doesn't become the leader? I feel like that's cheating. I know everyone else on my team is like, you've got the power, use it. And they would probably have something to say about me not reading Capressa's future, but it just feels wrong to me. So I'm going to use the Eye of Adana to look inside Capressa. Hopefully she doesn't see it as violating. What's this buried emotion? What's the matter? I know that you're in love with Adana. Oh man, me bringing that up is gonna be like probably something that throws her off quite a bit, especially given her stance on remaining not emotional. But I can tell her I have Adana's eye. This is where maybe a lowball move could change the tide in our favor, perhaps. But also the gossip in me wants to know more. I just want to know more about this. I want to ask Capressa about it, and I hope it doesn't throw her off too much for the election. I have a feeling it may, and it's not the most polite thing of me to do, but I really want to know. I know you're in love with Adana. That is nonsense. Doesn't that conflict with the selflessness you were talking about? It sounds like a liability for the kind of leadership you're proposing, especially if you want to keep Adana's corpse around. I'm just aware of how big a loss it is for our coven that Adana died. Maybe you are mistaking that for love. No. You love her, romantically. She gave me her eyes. I can see through you. Oh, wow, that's why your program includes keeping her corpse intact. Please don't say anything. I'm trying to purge this emotion from myself, but I still haven't worked how to. This has nothing to do with a race. Please keep it between us. Don't worry, I'll respect your privacy. No way, I'm not going to say that to the sisters. Or absolutely, if you say Dahlia's your favorite rival. We're going to leverage this into an endorsement. I don't know. Everyone says that I need to use my powers to force everyone's hands or sort of push the election one way or another. And perhaps I will look back and regret not doing this, but someone just lost a person she loved. You know, Capressa both probably has the leadership of the Coven in mind, but I think she's grieving lost love, and I don't want to leverage that. That feels dirty and wrong. So I'm not going to. I'm going to respect her privacy. I'll probably look back and realize this cost me the election, but that's a future me problem. Thank you, Fortuna. Your sympathy won't be forgotten. I think it's time for me to leave now. I'm not going to read her fortune. Good luck to you, too. I don't want to directly manipulate her future. It feels wrong. Okay. 29 cycles left. All right, so let's see, what are we at now? Novices are still at 14. Producers are still at... oh, wait, I should have written down the percentages. I'm silly. But it looks like we may have gotten... Did we get any novices? Okay, so let's see. Well, I'll write down 50%. Producers are at 14%. Warriors still at a hundo. I really don't want that to drop. Explorers are 67, so close to a nice number. Academics, oh! Shoot, 24, okay. I feel like that dropped. Oracles, maybe it didn't. We will see. Full Coven, 42%. I don't think, maybe it didn't. I think we're at about 42%. Maybe it'll change once I talk to Patrice. I found someone that could help us, Fortuna. She'll pay you a visit. Her name is Ranga Marie, the Cosmic Poet. She's not from the Coven, but you've probably heard of her. Ranga Marie is all the rage throughout the witching universe, especially among the youngest witches. Her words, especially her poems and song, have a lot of impact on witch culture. As our universe's biggest influencer, Ranga Marie will definitely play a major role in shaping witch culture in the centuries to come. I've heard she already sympathizes with our cause, so if we can get her to speak up, we could sweep a lot of votes. Okay, cool. I like that. Let's see. Let's do another round of studying, and I bet you Dahlia will be back once that is done. I wonder, what's Patrice's demographics analysis? How in-depth will that go? Demographic novices. The freshly ascended, witches in training that still haven't found their calling. Though bear in mind how time works in this mortal society. Some novices find their place in the first few years. Some may take decades. You don't need the approval of anyone to stop being a novice and join the ranks of producers, academics, or explorers. On the other hand, warriors require tests first. To become an oracle, as you're well aware, another oracle needs to dream about you. Strategy guide. The novices are usually pushed around by the rest of the witches, so they welcome any initiative that increases their rights and opportunities. Okay. Well, what about academics? That's the demographic that I was really hoping to push. Which is so absorbed with the mysteries of the cosmos, they rarely do anything besides studying it. Hey, we have a friend who's an academic. Maybe we could use her to help push folks in our direction. They are one of the most, if not the most, prestigious demographics since they're consistently furthering our craft and talents. Although you don't necessarily need to be old to be wise, academics are the oldest demographic on average, and you can count on them as the biggest elder representation in the race. In fact, Cupressa is one of them, so she may have a slight advantage in this front. Strategy guide. Academics like quiet, control, respect, and protocol. They're pretty well off, so they'll welcome anything that maintains the status quo. Oh, okay, well, whoops. Producers. These witches have a penchant for milking the cosmos. Be it gardening, mining, sewing, or distilling dark matter, you name it. They pride themselves on providing. Without them, we'd all lose many comforts, to be honest. Producers and academics almost have a symbiotic relationship. Producers fund academics' endless research, and in exchange they reap the latest techniques for furthering the exploitation of this universe. Jasmine is one of them, so she'll have the upper hand with this demographic. Producers have historically felt underappreciated and overworked. To cater to them, increase their quality of life and relevance. Okay. We went through, I think, about half of the demographics, so let's go back. We'll go through the other half next time. It looks like there's nothing quite yet. We'll maybe do one more card. Ooh, we're running low on energy. I don't know if I can. We can do a red and yellow willed card. Ooh, let's do this one, the Fallen Hero. Okay, this one I thought was kind of interesting because we have the Fallen Hero, but instead of using the axe, I put the shovel in her hands. The Bone Sword. The bone marrow of the behemoth sears thought, the pain of 1,000 wounds. The hero inspires us to achieve the impossible, and the golden shovel is a symbol of determination. Sabotage, adversity, guardian ego, rivalry, tragedy, alliance. Okay. I have a worrisome report. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Jasmine's party has been campaigning, warning about our sisters about the dangers of forbidden arts, retelling catastrophic events of the past involving behemoths and time-bending spells. Many witches are reconsidering their stance on the forbidden arts policy. Oh, dang! 25%. We have dropped quite substantially. Almost a quarter of the votes. Oh my gosh, okay. Half of our votes, but a quarter of the coven went over. We shouldn't let her scare tactics spiral out of control. She really is playing dirty here. Okay. Dang, where did we lose? Where did we lose, folks? Okay, so novices. We lost it in the novices. Oh my god, we lost it in the producers. Even some warriors. Oh, dang. No academics want Dolly. Oh, geez Louise. Okay, that is very worrisome. Okay. What say you, Dahlia? I swear I did my best, but academics and me don't mix well. Okay, so it looks like it isn't just a matter of sending people out. It's thinking about how they personally would be able to do best in the situation. Uh-oh, okay. I know they're a super important part of our coven, but it'd be better to send someone else in my stead for this. Couldn't they be more straightforward? Anyway, I'm sorry. Let's get back to work. Okay. Let me talk to the Arbiter really fast. Whoop. Oh. And Pepper, Nova. I need to bring you up to date regarding an active conflict that may affect the current elections. Dang, okay, well, let's not invite them over yet. My dear mentor Fortuna, is it okay to visit, or are you too busy with the political campaign? I'm getting the hang of my powers, and maybe there's a way for me to help you. Hugs. Can I invite Nova over? Okay, let's assign tasks and I'll be right. Okay, so I was worried because I was like, I don't want to miss an opportunity to say hi to folks, but okay, so let's do... Patrice, I want you to challenge an opponent's program. We are going to go for... We're going to go for Jasmine. Specifically, let's go after... If we want to regain the youth vote, essentially, is what we're talking. We're going to go with the Quorum of Eldest Witches. I feel like that's going to convert the novices pretty well. Yeah, let's do that. And then I want you to look for, because you're charismatic, so look for people who are on our side, get them like the opportunities that they can to help us. I'll go out and see what I can bring to the table. Perfect. Okay. Fingers crossed. I feel like it'd be nice to have a friend conversation before going back into the world of politics. You know, I said Dolly was cute. I think Nova's outfit is also very cute. I think I just want a red skirt with a really high slit. Hello. Welcome back. Oh my goodness, look at all these potions you have around your hat. How are you doing? Well, being a witch is tougher than I thought, to be honest. Why is that? I mean, having magical powers, being immortal, and being able to fly across the universe, that is just too good. What's hard is navigating witch society. Oh, I get you. What you foretold is actually happening. For some reason, showing promise is something that bothers too many witches. I would have never thought that people would be this sour, even when they've got the whole cosmos at their disposal. Anyway, it's not like I didn't make any friends, but come on. I'm sorry. It'll get easier with time. Give it a couple centuries and the dust will settle. What? I'm kidding. Not funny, actually. Sorry. But you know, being immortal makes you used to and bored of almost anything. You'll get over it. Just focus on surrounding yourself with witches you get along with. Yeah, speaking of that, I'd like to join your party, please. I'll do anything, grabbing cosmic coffee or whatever the equivalent is in that case. I just want to help in any way I can. Ooh, I wonder if we could get Nova to talk to other producers, because Nova is technically a producer, right? We'd be thrilled to have you. Yes. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Fortuna. You won't regret it. I'm going to do my best and then some. That's a good attitude. You're already in our headquarters, so find a comfortable spot and I'll come up with something for you to help us with. Ooh, yes, we'll be able to do more stuff with each cycle. That's cool. And I got Rising Star, recruit the Peppermancer. That's neat. Okay, so let's see. Should I... Whoops. Looks like the game... Let's click out and in real fast. No, why? Okay, hold on. My controller is not working for some reason, so I think we had this bug earlier before, so let's see. I want you to promote our program. Let's focus on the producers, because you are also a producer. Oh, exciting. I'll go and spread the good word. Absolutely. Okay. All right, so let's then go back. And, oh, we have got more. Ooh, what's this? Let's bring in the Arbiter just because they've been waiting for so long. Where's my behemoth, by the way? I haven't seen him in a long time. Hello again, Fortuna. Oh, shit. Yeah, what happened to your eye? Oh, wait, my fortune. I predicted this. Oh, well, it's nothing serious, really. There are many ways of seeing beyond using our human eyes. But I sure hope this is the injury you foretold and this mission doesn't cost me more than an eye. I'm so sorry. It's okay, just the price of duty. Okay, what's this about? An active conflict? Should we be worried? Well, there's an internal war going on within the Coven of the Jade Sculptors. The conflict escalated quicker than we anticipated, and there have been many witch casualties in a matter of weeks. So the arbitrage office had to intervene and minimize casualties, and above all, keep it contained, and make sure no other coven takes part in the conflict. I I see. First and foremost, we want to ask every coven to refrain from engaging in combat, no matter what the sculptors offer. Should you wish to offer assistance, keep it humanitarian. In fact, there's someone I would like to send your way. Your counsel has been very valuable to me and by extension to the arbitrage office. Maybe you'll be able to do the same for a group of refugees that had to leave the jade sculptors to save their skin. We need to bring some order to this chaos. Very well. I'll talk with my team and see what we can do. Depending on how you handle it, it may be an opportunity. Shouldn't the arbitrage office be neutral? Not exactly. We have an objective, and that's to preserve peace within witch society. Our policy is to avoid meddling in internal conflicts until they become a threat to the rest of the community, like in this case. When the shit hits the fan, we do whatever is best to keep turmoil in check. I love that even the arbitrage office, which is initially sort of put out as this, we are impartial, we are the judges for everyone, so we're not going to get involved. Even they say, no, but sometimes we do need to step in. There's no such thing as a true, or at least ethically, it seems, there's no purpose in having true neutrality when you know something isn't good for the community. It's responsibility to step in, especially if you have this position like the arbitrage office, right? They can see what's going on a larger scale and sense than so many of these other covens. And even myself, I'm just put in this building. I have cards, but what do I know? I didn't know this conflict was happening. And in this case, we thought that your newfound party is the best suited to this specific issue. I see. I'm giving notice to the office. Oh. There goes my cat. They will tell Zira, the representative of the refugees, to make contact with you. Okay, I can't promise anything though. You meet with her, no strings attached, and decide if there's something that your party can do to help. That I can do. Very well. That'll be all. Something to confess? No way. Protocol. Oh, and by the way, I got my promotion. Not sure if the cost was worth it, but I got it nonetheless. Thanks for the heads up. Sure, anytime. Take care, Fortuna. You too. I'm so sorry I told you you'd lose something. Oh my gosh, everything's happening. So many people visiting. Oh my gosh, we don't have the time for everyone. Okay, let's do a quick study. I feel like we should probably read more of the demographics. Just in case they help, in case they have some bit of information that I don't know. Okay, whoops. My cat's just kind of like rubbing his face on my hand. And he's drooling and it's kind of gross, but I love him. Let's see what Patrice prepared for me. Demographic warriors. Hunters, guardians, soldiers, specialized in all kinds of combat and cosmic warfare. They keep us safe, provide rare materials from demons and other dangerous beings, and also craft weapons. It's the hardest group to be able to belong to. It's a very demanding occupation. We barely count a dozen in our coven. Dahlia is one of them, and I'm sure she'll have their undying support no matter what. Warriors are extremely loyal, so unless something exceptional happens, they're going to be on Dahlia's side. Okay, well, we've already lost a few of them. Explorers. These witches continuously chart the cosmos. Explorers scout new locations. Oh, wait. Nova's not a producer. Nova's an explorer. Dang it. That's okay. Nova produces potions, right? Buddy, you gotta sit over here if you're gonna sit with me, okay? Explorers scout new locations, discover new sources of energy and materials, and keep us informed of the latest events around every galaxy. They're usually too busy to mess with politics, so anything goes for them as long as it doesn't hinder their endeavors. I wonder if they would be concerned about the mortal ban. They're pretty easy. Throw them a bone here and there and they'll support us. Though the same goes for other parties too. Okay. Demographic oracles. I I shouldn't have to tell you about the oracles since they're your lot. They also happen to be the most reclusive of all witches, so you're not really a community per se. Oracles are the least abundant faction in our coven, since one can't choose to be an oracle. The only way in is for the cosmos to choose you to become one. Oracles, with their premonitions and hunches, usually play a supportive role, counseling any witch who's at a crossroads. In reality, what you are is the Sisterhood's therapists. The demographic is unpredictable. I don't know if it's worth investigating time and catering to oracles. Although if you do, I bet you could sway them easily just out of sympathy. Anything else? I read every analysis already. Oh, and I got all the demographic analysis as an achievement. Okay, well, I don't want to... Okay, let me just click through then. I haven't read any interactive fiction in a while. We haven't had any time for fun reading. This is too much like real life. Ooh, I don't have any mana magic though. Okay, let's see. Well, we gotta sort everyone out here first before I'm able to take any more calls. Oh my gosh, running a campaign is rough. It's too many things to do. Okay, 25 cycles left. All right, we were going to challenge Jasmine's program. How did that go? Great move attacking the quorum of the eldest idea. We took voters from both Jasmine and Capressa. We especially picked up support from novices, explorers, and warriors. Awesome. Good. So novices now, hell yeah. Our baseline was 50. We were lower just a second ago, but now we're at 71%. Producers, still at 0. Sad. Warriors are back to 100. Hey, yo. That's good, that's good. Explorers. Oh, heck yeah, we're at 78%. So we had a plus there. Academics, no, nothing. Okay. And oracles, 20. Okay, we're running at a loss on oracles, producers, and academics. We gained back in every other demographic though. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so much. Hey, I hooked you up with someone that could help us. I'd rather have you handle strategy. She'll come here. I trust you. Her name is One, Witch of Entropy and Decay. Like you and Adana, she's one of the oracle witches in the coven. She's able to read the entropy in any system, no matter whether it's a machine, a community, a building, an astral lobby, or even an idea. Basically, one can discern what actions will accelerate or prevent the decay of just about anything. Maybe she can help us find the weak spot in our opponent's strategies. Oh, and it'd be nice to get the oracles on our side. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the full coven. Oh, let me exit. Oh, dang it. I can't. I wish I could go back. I was at 42, but I didn't see where I was at completely. Okay, let's challenge an opponent's program. We still don't have producers, so I think producers and academics are still our weakest elements. I think Patrice is definitely the person to do the challenging and the digging up of dirt, for sure. So let's challenge. Jasmine. Let's go after... I'm tempted to try Mortal Affairs simply because I feel like Capressa made the point of saying like, hey, you're all too mortal, this isn't great, but I think witches as a whole connect with mortals in many more ways than maybe they want to realize, and to completely ban our interaction with mortals is something that is not great, which is what our original thing was. I think now that we are also guiding and protecting, we are similar to Jasmine, so we may be able to sway some of the votes from her. And I think people may be tired of exploitation, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. Ah! Let's do Mortal Affairs. That's my gut. I might as well do it. I want you to challenge. I want you to go on the offensive. Let's go with Capressa. Specifically, let's go after the quarterly controls, because I remember the producers, specifically Jasmine at the very beginning, was talking about how the quorum is just like really unrealistic. Oh yes, they're gonna hear me. We already know people were kind of unhappy with that, so let's lean in, take some of Capressa's, because Capressa's actually coming up in some of these areas much more than I would like her to. If we can get the academics away, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. This is why I don't do elections in real life, because I'm very bad and indecisive. Okay, now we know we have a limited amount of people we can interact with. We have, Raga Marie, there's a kaleidoscope reflecting every path, and you are the road keeper. All right, let's invite. Because we need to get more folks kind of helping us campaign. Oh my gosh, beautiful. What a nice home. Can we get these glasses made in real life? That's so cool. Do you like the cosmic poem I sent you? Yeah, thank you very much. Oh, you're welcome. Let it sink in. It'll grow on you. Nice. So, to what do I owe the pleasure? Shh, let it sink in. Inside your mind, there's a kaleidoscope. It's still sinking. Refracting every possible path. Pay attention. Well, and I am the road keeper? Powerful, huh? Look, I don't want to be rude. I'd normally enjoy this kind of weird game, but we're a bit swamped at the moment with the coming elections. So what can I do for you? I want to support your cause. Oh, okay. You're not from our coven though, right? Why did you decide to support us? I like your team. I'd like for you to be in power. Thank you. What is it that you find interesting about our program? The vibe. I see. And what were you thinking in terms of support? Why, a cosmic poem, of course. Oh, I heard they're all the rage among the younger witches, right? Yes. And soon among every witch once I managed to break through their sour skepticism. Cosmic poetry is not just about the words. They're thought-birthing spells, but they can only penetrate welcoming minds. Oh, okay, so that's why it wasn't doing anything for me, I guess? Unlike traditional art, they need your consent to make an impact. It's the most ethical form of creation. Interesting concept. And you're saying that you'd like to compose a cosmic poem to boost our campaign? That's it. I would only require 5 units of every element. I don't have that. Oh. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't pay. So you're looking for work. Oh, no, not at all. The thing is, I said cosmic poems are actually spells, so they need magic to be crafted. I'm only requiring you to cover the costs of the enchantment. I won't be making any profit. Can I do this later? Can you come back later when I have this magic? I don't have the spell magic. I'm sorry, that's everything I've got left. Oh no, I didn't come here to rip you off, I swear. I'll cover the rest and you can pay off the balance whenever is a good time for you. Oh my god, that's so kind! Thank you. Okay, now, let's compose a cosmic poem. I've heard wonders about your divination. I wonder if we could use it for something avant-garde. Oh? What do you have in mind? Instead of actually writing the poem, let's peek into the future to see how it's going to end up. And we can skip all the pain of actually pondering every single word. Oh, a paradoxical cosmic poem. If we peek at how it'll look after going through the process and iterations, we wouldn't need actually to put that work in. Yes, isn't it beautiful? My atoms shake at the mere thought. I dig it, yeah. I wish writing was that easy. Okay, cosmic poems are composed of 3 important elements. I'd like you to ask the cards to look into each of them. And before we get started, please forget everything you know about human poetry. There are spells unbound by language. In fact, everyone perceives them in their native tongue. So forget about rhyme, metric, and all that bullshit. This is the real deal, just powerful ideas. Like a hit tweet. What's a tweet? Rip. Oh, you're a pre-internet witch, I see. Pre-internet, pre-X. I ascended in the early 60s from planet Earth's United States. Right. It's like graffiti that you read somewhere, finding yourself thinking about again and again. Gotcha. When are you from, by the way? Nowhere. No when, literally. I woke up inside a collapsed star where space and time stopped making sense. I've never been immortal, but I really dig the human vibe. Oh, wow. Is that even possible? Anyway, Cosmic Poems 101. The first and most crucial element is the hook. This is just like marketing. A conceptual gust that pries open your mind. It readies you to absorb the energy of the poem. Second comes the line, the substance, the development of the idea. And third, and quite critical, there's the sinker. Hook, line, and sinker. Oh my gosh. Who knew fishing was the way cosmic poems were written? Reaches for the depths of your soul and delivers the cosmic poem. Are you following? Hook, line, and sinker. Got it. The idea is to develop a cosmic poem that makes witches connect better with your cause. Okay, focus on what inspired you to support us while I shuffle my deck. Hook, 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 hook. What is going to be the hook? Ah, the banner extends a challenge. There is turmoil, purpose, rivalry, tragedy. Nothing like some good clickbait. The elements of valid retribution. The sky opens and our foremothers descend. You march in front of a dozen fire-spewing elephants. Ooh. A moon cracks, its molten core pours out into the cosmos. I don't know why. Retribution. That's just like... The change that we bring, I feel like, is kind of this valid... There's a sense of valid retribution here. So I'm like, I want to do that. You bet it caught my attention. Okay, the line. What is the next step we take them on? You keep painting dolls of every witch you've met. A room filled with every face you've ever seen, their eyes closed. They are thinking about you. You can barely move your eyes. You are a doll. In your wrists, you spy tiny shackles made of witch hair. I like the second line. For the first black hole, there's so much meaning engraved in that. This may turn out to be the deepest poem of my career. I don't even have to actually write it. All right, what is our concluding thought and idea? Ooh, heck yes. We're going to leave them with a diplomat. Be swift, for this thought is not yours anymore, now spawning in everyone else's mind. But you already knew all this. Forbidden knowledge now spouts in every child. Feel our sisters anew to truly mend our hearts. My dream is to fly over the rainbow so high. I'm tied between, but you already knew all this, and feel our sisters anew to truly mend our hearts. I wish I could see the other lines. I'm gonna go with, but you already knew all this. I think innately, it's like, well, the core assumption is everyone is hopeful and wanting this change and the best for the world. And I feel like maybe if they really looked inside, this is what they would want, right? The sinker is a game changer. I love it. Fortuna, this is extremely good. Let me bind everything together in a spell. Oh, I can't wait to listen to it. My mind will be welcoming for this one. Ready? The elements of valid retribution. A room filled with every face you've ever seen, their eyes closed. They're thinking about you. But you already knew all this. This is a masterpiece. Are you feeling it? I love it, right? Oh my goodness. It's going to be a sensation. I'm going to start singing it throughout the universe right now. Yeah, please. It totally conveys what you're doing here. Trust me. I'm out. Good luck with the rest of the race. Thank you for coming and for the poem. Okay, will I have time to see one more no! Dang it. Oh my gosh. Can I maybe bring one person in? For the attention of the Oracle Witch. Hello, my name is Zira. Me and a group of my sisters are fleeing from a conflict in our former coven. We are being hunted and executed. We are desperate. I beg of you, hear me out. Okay. Can't do anything until we've assigned tasks. I feel like I need to now get some energy because I now have a debt to, is it Rangi Marie? Was that her name? So let's do interactive fiction. The Hand of the World by Ava Sid. The girl was ambling along the path, shrouded in the smoking haze of dawn. She was crying. The words of father still echoed in her head. The warmth of his last kiss still beat on her cheek. Since you were born, I knew there was something strange about you. It's time for you to join your kind. And without further ado, father left her in the thick of the night. The path was narrow and marked a trail that was easy to follow, but hard to swallow. A slight furrow of land that led to a whole new life. After hours of walking, the girl stumbled upon the knocker of a trapdoor in the ground, right where the path ended. It was a beautiful and antique-looking piece, a hand carved in bronze holding a sphere between its fingers, a globe. She pulled gently and the hatch reacted to her touch by opening diligently. The globe was waiting for her. The girl entered the blackness beneath the floor, groping the height of the steps until she emerged into a dimly lit room. As her eyes became used to the gloom, she spotted the hunched silhouette of a woman at the back of the vaulted chamber. Welcome, my child. From now on, you will be the daughter of another flesh, the sister of another blood. Are you ready for the incantation rite? I have no choice. You carry within you the primordial force that secretly rules this world, but such a power needs to be tamed. Power requires sacrifice, just as the world needs balance. The woman reproached her. Her skin was wrinkled like the ridges of a freshly plowed field. The force rests in the space between pairs of opposites. We must relinquish one of our senses to focus that force. Sight and hearing govern the rationality of people. Smell and taste drive their emotions. The girl struggled to understand. What about touch? That is the only sense we cannot renounce. We are the hand that suddenly rules the becoming. It is the tool for channeling our magic. The girl scrutinized the woman's face, wondering what her choice would have been, and what kind of magic she would flaunt. She thought it would be easier to live without some senses than others. Surely there was a catch. Do not be afraid. Look inside yourself and you will know the right choice. Oh my god, this question, I never was able to answer very well. Okay. Should I do without the taste of the succulent fruits of the earth? Should I do without the countless fragrances with which nature enraptures us? Should I do without the music and warm voices surrounding and guiding us? Should I do without the reliable witness of my eyes? I would go... I would go without smell. Because I can still taste. So, because I know our sense of smell is tied to our sense of taste. But as long as I can still taste, I think smell would be okay to get rid of. Yeah, I think. You've chosen to forego the sense of smell, the mighty wave that envelops the most profound desires with significance. Your renunciation will also be your force, because only from humility and detachment can you exercise power. From now on, you'll be able to color the nuances of desires and nurture them without meaning. Ooh. I wonder if I'm reading and doing this interactive fiction, if, that is something I can kind of foretell and put into the world as a sort of truth. Also, I realized I should have been studying this whole time to get myself a little extra energy, because I have so many card slots left and I don't think I'll be able to fill them. I was super afraid of meeting with the producers, but they welcomed me with open arms. I'm a future producer, after all. They were super interested in my peppermancy. They tried to seduce me towards Jasmine's side, but I stayed strong. I even managed to get some of them to sympathize with our program. Oh, heck yes. Okay, so producers, we were at 14%, we were at 0%, sorry, and now we are at 23. That's amazing. Okay, good stuff. So we'll send you back out. I wonder, at this point then, let's have you promote our program. I think having someone consistently promote, having someone consistently challenge, and then maybe have one person look for allies is a good strategy for now. So Nova is fresh, new, wonderful. I'm going to have her promote. At this point, let's go to the Explorers, because that's the other group that she's associated with. I'll spread the good word. Absolutely. Okay. Let's go see, who do we say hello to next? We've got... How come you didn't... Eugenia? How come you didn't let your mentor know that you're allowed to receive visits now? Is everything all right? I don't want to be a bother, but I would like to visit you and see how you're doing. Oh my god. Okay, that's a big deal. To the attention of the witch Fortuna, it's the moment of truth. Let's confirm whether our paths align or diverge. Oh god, too many options. I want to help those in need. I'm going to help those in need first. I think that's really important. Beautiful. Oh, the outfits of everyone in this game. The makeup. Thanks for having me. My name is Zira, and I am a jade sculptor. Welcome, Zira. My name is Fortuna, and I'm a cartomancer. What can I do for you? I lead a group of refugee witches. We are in desperate need of help. I'll help in any way I can. What do you need? I should first tell you about the nature of a conflict. And for you to properly comprehend what is going on, it's imperative you learn about our culture. Are you familiar with the traditions of the Jade Sculptors? What's Adana's knowledge? I know that you, the Jade Sculptors, are specialized in dialoguing with precious stones to ask them about their potential, and that you can carve any of them into magnificent magic tools. The most powerful stone being jade, right? Of course. Jade is the cornerstone of all your powers, since you owe your might to the pact you sealed with the Jade Monks. Oh, you even know about the Jade Monks. Yes, they're the two large stone jade stones in the universe, each the size of a 5-story pagoda. They whispered their shape to your founding members, and those witches carved them into what they are today. You worship them, and in exchange they guard the souls of every member of your clan. If you bring the heart of a Jade Witch back to the Jade Monks, they can be born again, but as immortal, retaining their memories but not their powers. These reborn must stay in your temple to serve the living witches of your coven. I am so honored and impressed by your vast knowledge. My heart is at ease that you will fully comprehend the nature of our current conflict. I found a way of retaining power and immortality when rebirthing at the Jade Monk Waterfalls, and it's all thanks to a new stone carving method I devised, which consists of imbuing quicksilver into the veins of raw jade. But our sisters consider this to be heresy. They claim that the purity of jade must be preserved, but I suspect they are mostly interested in not losing the influx of mortal servants. Some of us, a minority, I must say, tried to defend the virtue of imbuing jade with metals. However, they declare us heretics and are hunting us down. That sounds awful. That's why we need your help, and I'm aware of how risky it is to protect us at the moment. But hear me out. I came up with a proposal that may benefit us both. Okay, let's hear it. I researched many covens to see who'd be the best suited to give us asylum, and yours is one of the most powerful. I also learned that your sisterhood works on the basis of invitation. If any sister vouches for another witch, they can become a rightful member of your coven immediately. And I happen to know you're in the middle of some elections, too. So, invite me and my 9 sisters to your coven, and we will all vote for you in the upcoming elections. Oh, wow, that's, We also have some magic saved up, so as compensation for your trouble, we can offer you 10 units of earth energy. I know the Jade Sculptors don't have the capacity to mess with a coven as powerful as yours. Take us in and we'll all be safe. Please, I beg you. Protect us and you will have 10 more votes and more Earth energy. Again, I'm glad that Patrice isn't here because she would say, yes, and please vote for us. I feel like I don't want to do this I don't want to win this way. I want the rest of the coven to also be excited about this change and excited about Dahlia, and to force votes like this is, I can't do it. I don't know. I will help you because I want to help you. There's no need to vote. If you are going to, wonderful. But I don't want to force that. Is that right? Would you take us in without asking for anything in exchange? I'll still protect you. No Earth energy either. No strings attached. I just want to help. You don't even need to participate in this election. You were too kind. I couldn't have hoped for such a selfless soul when I came up with this desperate plan. Thank you, truly. I'm just happy to offer you some peace. Thank you so much. We've been through too much and we are forever indebted to you. Really, I am just happy to help. How do we proceed now? I haven't done a reading in so long, and there's a part of me that's just like, I just want to do a reading. Or it feels like I haven't done a reading in a long time. We did the poem, but that's not quite the same. But part of me wants to maybe help and write a positive future. Let me be explicit. I'm going to say I could write you a new future with my cards. And Zira can say yes or no, because I think by saying writing, she will understand the implications of that. Come again? Right? That's right. I possess the ability to affect the cosmic wheel. I don't have absolute control over what happens, but my predictions aren't just predictions. I can foresee a variety of futures and nudge the cosmic wheel in a certain direction. Your power never ceases to amaze me, Witch Fortuna. Would you like me to take a look at your possible futures? Yes, please. Okay, let me get my cards. I see two major forces at play in this predicament, so I'm going to draw a card for each. On one hand, we have you and your sisters, refugees, fleeing from your old coven. And on the other hand, we have your pursuers, the four sisters that are after you, claiming you are heretics. Please, Jade Monks, show mercy upon us. Focus on your training as a jade sculptor and on your desires as a witch. All right, let's draw the refugee card first. Ardent Honeymoon, oh no. Uh-oh, okay, this is a bit of an ominous card. You will realize the heresy in your actions. Witchhood will become unbearable for you and your sisters. You will renounce your powers and go back to live as priestesses. Using your art of imbuing jade with quicksilver, you will fuse with your sister to become a powerful entity that will witness and survive the end of this universe. Seems almost a bit like a curse at that point. But I think I'll go with that one. I don't believe in the first one. I don't think that's the one I want to pick. Witchhood becoming unbearable. I don't know. I think I'm going to go with the third one. Using your art of imbuing jade with quicksilver, you will fuse with your sisters and become a powerful entity that will witness and survive the end of this universe. Your arts pierce deep. That's a possibility I've been considering since I discovered the magical merging qualities of quicksilver. It allows us to become powerful enough to survive our pursuers or do just about anything, really. But the price is losing our individuality. If your cards nudge fate in that direction, I feel bad. I feel, again, it's like, why have this power if you don't use it? But if Zira doesn't want to, then now I've realized, I don't know. Thank you for your guidance. I feel like I'm not taking away free will, but it feels like there's an element of will being taken away, right? Because there's this concept of predetermination that they're following because of my reputation, especially. Okay, we've got the ransackers for our pursuers. Let's see, the Jade Sculptors will be deemed a danger to cosmic society and stopped and dissolved by the Arbitrage Office. They'll devise a ritual to turn all their dead servants into ghosts and have them haunt the dreams. Oh god, no, let's go with the first one. It's sad that the sculptors in their original form are going to be non-existent, but perhaps the Quicksilver Jade Sisters are going to be able to take on some of that mantle. Serves them right. I could cry if I wasn't so utterly exhausted. The idea of being able to exist beyond the Jade Sculptors gives me some solace. Surviving them is not something I would have thought possible a few minutes ago. Thank you. Okay, not bad. Are things really going to happen just as you wrote? Yes. Why didn't you write us an ideal future, one in which no one had to suffer? I can't exactly shape fate to my liking. My cards allow me to envision different futures to take us to, but more often than not, there are no ideal paths. I'm sorry. I see. Even so, I'm thankful for this alternative future. Somehow it's less bleak than I expected. Whew! That makes me feel a little bit better. Even if I know there are still many hardships ahead. Thank you, really. For now, I'll focus on showing proper gratitude for having taken us in. You are saving our lives in more than one sense. I hope everything works out for you in the end. I wonder, yep, okay, folks will come back. Okay, Jasmine is going after academics now. She's outright selling fear about how, Jasmine, you are better than this. I hate the politics of fear, where or the politics of hate, where instead of advocating for something, working towards something, you are instead detracting from or making people afraid of. That is not good leadership. Jasmine, what are you doing? She's selling fear about how our system is going to lead to chaos and degrading our sisterhood's well-established values. Whatever that means. The thing about it is that the oldest witches are buying it up. Let's stay on our toes. The elements of valid retribution. A room filled with every face you've ever seen, their eyes closed. They're thinking about you, but you already knew all this. Wow. You're a cosmic poet now? That collaboration with Rangi Marie is making every novice crazy. And it's inspiring sisters in every demographic, really. Really? Okay, we're back at 59%. This is good. Great job, Fortuna. And remember, but you already knew all this. Ha, shut up. Okay. Back from the battlefield, ready to report. You should have been there. Absolutely no one wants to keep dealing with the obnoxious quarterly controls. Yes. Everyone jumped on board pretty easily. Okay. This is great. So let's do our regular... Whoa! Wow. We went from 71% to 100% of the novices are hanging out with us. Producers are moving in a positive direction. We are at 45% instead of 23%. Warriors still at 100. That's looking good. Wouldn't it be nice if this was a clean sweep? Explorers are also at 100%. This is great. Academics, this is where we take the hit, 17%. And oracles. Oh, hello, 60%. We're doing okay with oracles. And the full coven, we are at, the last time I tracked it was 42%. We're now at 63%. Slowly but surely, we are making progress. Okay, I'm back. I tried to argue against acting as a guide for mortals. Warriors resonated with our argument, and academics don't want to be bothered dealing with mortals either. On the other hand, novices are still quite empathetic towards their past selves and would like to help mortals. Okay, well, that got us a few bonus points. Cool. Let's do challenge an opponent's program. Let's go with Jasmine. And we're specifically gonna go... This is a riskier one, Forbidden Arts. Everyone seemed to be very receptive to what Jasmine had to say about the Forbidden Arts. But I think it's something we should address a bit more head-on. Because it was such a high-impact moment. So let's do it. 21 cycles left. Okay. Hey, Fortuna, I came up with a little strat. Want to hear about it? Sure. I want to inspire our younger sisters to fight harder for our future. I'm not talking just about the novices. I'm aiming to rally the youngest among every demographic. The plan is to organize a demonstration to demand a more equitable sisterhood. What do you say? We're leading. So I say let's go for it because people are receptive to the ideas already. We have 100% of the novices. Okay, so we're doing that. Let's hope that works out okay. We don't have enough to make a card. We've read all of the demographic stuff, so I'm going to try and see if we can maybe meet 2 folks. I think... Oh. Interesting. We'll meet with those folks later. I'm going to meet Eugenia because Eugenia may also still have some influence over the oracles that we be able to use to get the rest of them on our side. Hello, Fortuna. I'm so happy to see you. Look at you, you've grown a lot. I sense earth energy flowing out from you. I was worried exile would have consumed you, but you not only overcame this unfair punishment, you came out of it full power. I'm happy to see you too, Master. Oh, not provoker. I won't provoke her. I feel like, I don't know, there's a certain amount of respect, and maybe as my mentor, I did it with Cup because specifically I knew the relationship that Adana and Capressa had. I don't think since that's there, it would be as understandable. So I'm not gonna provoke her. I guess that after all these years, I must have 2 centuries worth of pent-up lecture coming my way, right? Come again? Why would you? It's terrible enough that you had to spend all this time in exile. I should be the one listening to you today. I'm eager to hear the insights of an oracle who survived 200 years of isolation. Oh, I wasn't ready for this. I totally thought you'd be ashamed or angry. In the beginning, maybe, but I'm not the same witch you knew hundreds of years ago. I guess none of those you knew actually exist anymore as you remembered them. That's a sad thought, but yeah, I feel a bit alien even amongst my closest friends. Losing you has changed us all. Being cut off from my dear pupil so abruptly, it made me question my identity and my purpose. Oh, Master. Today, I'm here to listen to you. Tell me about exile. I don't think I'll ever fully heal from this. It's been too much. It's the hardest thing I've had to live through. No one to talk to. Eventually I started to hallucinate. I tried to escape my mind through fiction, substances, even pain. But no matter the stimulus, when in isolation you grow numb to it all. Memory becomes a mirage, and not a single landmark in time to allow you to differentiate one day from another. It's been endless, and at the same time I can barely remember it. The only thing remaining is this damage that I need to figure out how to outlive. Oh, Fortuna, I am so sorry. Thank you for sharing this with me. I'm here for you, and I'm going to help you find your peace, okay? Thank you. Oh, my mentor's so nice. And what about the behemoth you summoned? How do you... Fortuna, it was me who taught you the forbidden song. Of course I was going to notice. You know what? I don't regret using it. Of course. I'm happy you did. I taught you that spell for a reason. It would be twisted to teach you something that you weren't meant to use. Man, my mentor is so cool. I really like her. You knew that I'd eventually summon a behemoth? I wanted you to have the option. The option to break the magical pact? Yes. You see, laws are just an agreement between members of a community to have some broad guidelines about what is correct and what not. But hardly any law survives every context. Plus, to be frank, most of us are shoved into a system of rules we haven't previously agreed upon. I hear you. In this case, it saved my life. I knew that this day would come, that the moment you used the forbidden song, you would become a fully fledged witch. You are no longer my apprentice, and I am no longer your master. That makes me feel kind of sad. It's a time gone by. Me too. But now we can relax and become something better than mentor and mentee. Now we can be friends, and I can rely on you. We can rely on each other. It's gonna be weird to treat you like I treat my friends. I'm starting to regret this. Fortuna, I am proud of you. You're gonna make me cry. Who would have thought that praise is what would finally break through your armor? Oh, whatever. It's been a difficult couple of centuries. I know, my friend. I know, my friend! By the way, speaking of surprises, what's this about you getting into politics? I don't really know how it happened. I'm not even fully out of exile, and I've been swept up by the circumstances. Yeah, our energy is strong in the Coven these days. Everyone is becoming more aware of each other. It's a constant tug of war in so many different directions. I guess I just want to restore some kind of peace so that I can enjoy my potential freedom. I understand. Can I help in any way? I feel like, where are we with the academics? We're at 17%. I will ask, as a friend, do you think you could vouch for us amongst the academics? Gladly. Thank you so much. Now, I can't wait anymore. Legend is spreading fast within the Coven, and I want to see your new deck, please. No, I want to experience it. Okay, but first I should warn you about its true nature. Oh, and what may that be? Adana's corpse visited me not too long ago, and explained why she sent me to exile. She realized it before any of us, that what I do is not fortune-telling. I'm not reading into the unknown, I'm writing it. I can modify not only the future, but everything that didn't happen in the past. I can basically alter reality. Adana's always been quite perceptive. I'm ashamed that I didn't notice it before, being closest to you in your magical development. I could have guided you better should we have known about this earlier. You taught me perfectly. Plus, I was happier before learning what my powers actually entail. Oh, so your prediction about the fall of the Coven. Yeah, I doomed us all. I see. I guess that's in part why I got into politics, in hopes there's a way to minimize the damage. Maybe it's the fall of the Coven as we know it? Knowing that, do you still want to subject yourself to my new deck? Yes. Oh. It's my responsibility. I brought you up. Just be mindful what you ask. I do interpret the cards, but I don't control what card I'll draw. Very well. Okay, deep breaths. What future do you want to alter? Not the future. If I understand you properly, we can work with everything that didn't happen, right? Right. I can't erase anything, but I can sew in new realities, especially around times where our collective memories were fuzzy. Times in which nothing of worth seemed to happen. Then I want you to write us a happy memory and an important lesson. That's unexpected. What's this about? Regret? Disappointment? I did so much thinking when Adana took you away from me, and I feel I should have been less strict and put in more time into enjoying ourselves. Now you're telling me I have the power to fix that, so let's see if you can turn me into a better mentor, even retroactively. Okay. Focus on your pride and your compassion while I shuffle my deck, and we're going to go with the memory first. It's not a good card. Could I put it into the lesson? Traumatic lesson. I was focusing on memory, and so I like to go with the way I've been playing, I'm going to put it in memory because that's what I was thinking of first. And that's the intention I put out. I remember how your ears went wild the first time I baked you a margarita pizza. Do you remember that winter in your cabin when we built a snow golem and how I cried when he melted away? That's a little bit sad. Although the winter and building a snow golem together, that's kind of cute. Actually, that's a lovely memory. I think I'll go with that. Oh, good old Graham. Of course I remember. It was part of your automation arts training, and you put a lot of effort into creating him. And once class was over, you refused to dispel him. So we kept Graham around for the winter. It was just you and me in that cabin with the occasional visitor once in a blue moon. I needed some company that wouldn't be judging me all the time. I never told you about this, but I used to sneak out of bed at night to speak with Graham. I told him all about the life I left behind and how excited and sad I was at the same time now I'd become a witch. So that's why you couldn't stop crying when the spring took him away. It does make sense. You hadn't shed a single tear since I'd taken you in, but Graham was the first thing you lost as a witch. It must have triggered all the pain you were holding from losing your mortal self and your mortal loved ones. Does make sense in hindsight, yeah. After that, your magical talents really started to shine. Yeah, I needed to let go. Oh, this is so strange. I know you just wrote that with your cards, but I remember it so vividly. So many details. The smells, the temperature, so many sensations. Yeah, me too. It's uncanny. I immediately embraced this new reality. It's not an illusion after all. We really lived through that. It actually happened. This is incredible. Thank you for creating such a valuable memory for us. All right, now to the lesson. Ooh, thought reverberation. That's a good one. You taught me to create a magical stash that would slowly grow during my penance, so I would have a meaty magical reserve ready when I came back. You confided in me a way to summon the strength of your familiar, the opaline squirrel, as a conduit to channel the 4 elements. Ooh, I like that one. Let's go with that. Well, I guess I didn't have the chance to put it to good use. I confess I didn't care much about elemental energies during my exile. Come again, but the 4 elements are everything I know. I have an idea. Now that I'm seeing your deck in action, I notice the cards are composed of spheres, arcana, and energy symbols, right? That's it. Good eye. Very well. I shall summon my familiar in a way that will be useful to your new craft. Here. Opaline squirrel! Oh my god! This is so cute! Okay, we definitely have to use this at some point. As I once taught you, the opaline squirrel can channel the 4 elements at the same time, so it may prove a powerful combination with about any arcana. I'm looking forward to creating a card with it. Thank you so much, Eugenia. It's my pleasure. Okay, anyway, what do you think about my true talents? I understand why Adana was scared enough to deprive you of your old deck, but I'm not scared at all because I know you. Adana didn't. She made a grave mistake. If Adana had told you the truth, you would have treated your newfound power with care. I have no doubt about it. But sentencing you to a millennium of exile, that's dangerous. You could have gone insane, and I don't even want to think about a mad witch with the power to alter reality. I'm so glad I taught you the song to summon Abramar. Wait, you know Abramar? Not personally, but my mentor did. She taught me the forbidden song and told many tales about Abramar. Who is your mentor? I never got to use myself. Wait, tell me about your mentor and Abramar. What? Who was your mentor? Oh my god. My mentor was a Sumerian witch, master of shapeshifting. She was one of the founders of our coven. Apparently, they had to dispel Abramar because one of the sisters made a pact that endangered the fabric of time itself. My mentor rarely talked about the incident because it brought her sour memories that tainted her transformations, but they had to erase their sister out of existence and chained Abramar back to the forbidden song. I know Abramar isn't happy about that. I'm sure, and my mentor felt quite sorry for everything, but what could they do? The price was too high. In any case, my mentor spoke fondly about their time with Abramar. I'm kind of sad I never got to summon him myself. How are you liking him? I like him very much. Interesting to see I both hate and love him. I don't, though. I owe him my life. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm glad you found such a good ally. It's rare to hear you talk so fondly about anybody. I guess that extra-dimensional beings are my weak spot. Listen, I want you to have something. I believe my dominion may prove a powerful sphere for your creations. The 4 elements converge there, after all. Ooh. Eugenia's studio. That's cool. Thank you. Oh, this is going to come in handy, all right. Plus, it's very nice to have a card that represents the place I grew as a witch. Aw, Fortuna. Thank you, Eugenia. Okay, tea time is over. Now you focus on the campaign. Change the world, my child. Yes. Come back soon. Goodbye. Oh, why was I so afraid to see my mentor? That was amazing. Okay, 19 cycles left. How did this go? I just came back from meeting with some explorer witches. From what I've gathered, they're a bit divided between wanting more freedom, but also wanting the Coven to invest more in common projects. Some of them saw the potential in our program anyway. Okay. Well, we're at 99 with explorers, which is actually a 1% down. Kind of interesting. Okay. I'd like you to... Let's see. Our novices are at 100. Producers are at 45. I wonder if maybe sending... Because we also know academics and producers are a bit symbiotic. We read that. And so maybe having a producer come in and say, hey, I'm going to benefit from this. That means you would benefit. I think maybe that would be helpful. So let's focus in on the academics with Nova. Okay. And do we have enough to make another card? That's what I'm nervous about. What's interesting is we have not had the Cosmic Wheel show up once. So part of me is like, maybe I should be more frugal. Okay, I don't think I have enough to make what I want to make. So part of me is like, maybe we shouldn't just be making cards to make cards. But I, at the very least, want to use Eugenia's squirrel. It's just too cute. I can't not use it. So I'm going to try at least make one more card before everything stops. This is curious to me. I'm like, who the heck is this? I have no idea. This is definitely more of a political move because Junresha is an oracle, if I remember correctly. I'm going to go with this because this is quite curious to me and I really want to know what is happening here. Is it a jade sculptor, maybe? Welcome. 1. Oh, the oracle 1. Okay. Dang it. I'm so sorry. I cannot understand what you're saying. But you're beautiful. Wait, I don't understand you. Maybe there's a way for us to connect. Use Adana's knowledge to translate. Nemesis and mentor, this your eye once studied every tongue. Grant me access to my sister's words. Well, did it work? Yes! I can understand you perfectly fine now. It worries me that you don't know the tongue of the nebula. It is the only way to access true knowledge and power. Yes, it's extremely hard for human witches to master, but it's a skill I want to acquire eventually. I mean, we can understand it now at least. Where was I? Oh, yes. I have the power to destroy your party. All right, here we go. Regret instantly translating this. I don't know if you are familiar with my arts. I have the ability to sabotage everything. I think Dahlia was the one who snagged 1, and she mentioned 1 has the power of entropy on her side. There's a path to decay in everything, be it a planet, a community, or idea. I can read those lines and steer anything in that direction. And what's the purpose of coming to say all this to my face? A test. I do believe that having an oracle among the leadership is essential for the future of our coven. That's why yours is my favorite party. Good to know. You have a funny way of showing support, though. I need to ascertain that you have what it takes to lead. What do you propose? I'm going to offer you the opportunity to sabotage your rival's efforts. I have already studied them and know how to suffocate their momentum. Just say the word and they are done. But should you reject my offer, I will go to your rivals and offer this very same deal to them. Oh, nice. Okay. Don't answer me yet. This is a test after all, so I want you to take your time and ponder how you will act in this scenario. So let's see if I've understood you. You are threatening to destroy us if we don't choose to destroy our opponents. I I believe it's a bit more nuanced than that. Your rivals may reject the offer too. Do you trust your sisters to play as fair as you will? I see. So do you get off on this kind of stuff, or what's the deal with you? Give it some thought. I am not bluffing. I need to try transforming our coven to assess if it can stand the test of entropy. Okay, take your time. Summon me when you are ready to make a choice. Do not choose, and I will make the choice for you. And I have a feeling you will choose Jasmine. 17 cycles left. Okay. I have something worrying to report Patrice. No, no, no. Come on. Caprice has been shamelessly parading Adana's corpse around to gather support. That's pretty scummy. I feel like that's not cool. Maybe because they go back way too far, but for some reason the corpse complies with everything Capressa says. This is giving our sisters reason to believe in Capressa's plan of keeping Adana as some sort of mystic guide. We need to do something. But fantastic news, Eugenia has been meeting with academics, vouching for you. And nepotism is powerful in our sisterhood, apparently. Thank your mentor for me. Did you welcome the Jade Sculptor's refugees into our coven? Yeah? That's a bit complicated in the middle of a race, Fortuna. Based on the coven rules, they have the right to vote, and they're voting for us, of course. But this didn't sit well with the rest of the coven. Ooh. But I told them there was no need to vote for us. Come on, you can't be that naive. Of course they're gonna vote for us. They owe you. Yeah, but no buts. Our sisters have the right to be pissed. I'm sorry. Okay, let's rebuild from here. Okay, well, what about you, Dahlia? It was fantastic. What a rush. I wish you were there, Fortuna. Hey, we're at 72%. That's amazing. All the young witches are really looking forward to a more horizontal coven. The rally was glorious. We got this. Keep up the good work. Okay. We've had some setbacks, but it seems like we're doing all right. Let's see the breakdown. Among novices, we are going from 63 now to 75%. This is great. Curiously, novices are also going for Capressa instead of Jasmine. We are now at 32% among the producers from 100. That is a huge drop. So we're going to have to focus our efforts on producers for sure. We are back to 100. Whoops. Oh no, hold on. Sorry, wrong columns. We were at 100, we stay 100. Producers, we were at 45. So we have dropped, but not as significantly as I thought. Novices. We have dropped among novices, though. We're at 75 instead of 100. Explorers are now at 89. Which, again, it's like we were at 100, so... Or no, we were at 99. So we're dropping. Academics, we're at 84, which is a significant increase. This is very good. And oracles, we are at 61. About the same. Oh no, 60. We are exactly the same. But we're doing pretty well. 72%. That is great. Alright, so now let's do... Oh! Challenge. Perfect blow attacking the point of forbidden arts. Both Capressa and Jasmine lost support from their voters. Academics, explorers, and oracles are interested in making the forbidden arts more accessible. On the other hand, the idea is a bit scary for novices, and producers are definitely too fond of stability. Okay, but we're at 80% now. This is great. Let's do another look for allies and opportunities. And let's look for another challenge. I'm gonna go with... Almost Capressa. I feel like we need to go after Capressa right now because Jasmine is getting pretty weak comparatively. People are liking the idea of keeping her as an oracle, but if I attack this head on, maybe that'll convert those last few people. It just seems egregious and weird, and maybe when people think about it, maybe they'll come to the conclusion about a relationship on their own. I won't have to have said anything, because why else would the corpse behave in that manner? All right, so let's go to Jinraisha, who I believe is the abacus, right? The math witch, maybe? Yeah. I see you chose the wrong side in the end. Good day to you, too. It's not just a matter of what to do with Adana's corpse. Dahlia's program is absurdly naive. I totally misread your judgment. Well, I'm sorry you're not a fan of our plan, but it's the Coven that will decide what kind of community they want to live in. I'm going to do everything in my power to stop you. Oh, coming on strong. You came all this way just to declare war? Yes. Super. To begin with, you can forget about getting any votes from the academics, and I'll start working on the other factions. Excuse me? Do I stoop to threaten and reveal her secrets? I don't want to say do your worst, because I feel like that actually is going to be quite significant. I also know that she's not going to come in for a compromise. I mean, she came here and basically was like, I came here to say, fuck you. So, do I threaten to reveal her secrets? I think her disc is unethical anyways, so I am going to threaten to reveal the secrets. You know, your beloved Adana left me a parting present. She gave me one of her eyes to peek beyond the fabric of reality. That's how I learned your Fate Mancer's disc is rigged, and that you are collecting information from every witch in a pinch without their knowledge or consent. I am sure it'd be a problem for your holistic research if this information became widespread. What do you want? Oh, I want absolutely nothing. You just need to do nothing, and your secret will be safe. Very well. But I'm still voting for Jasmine. Completely understandable. You can leave now. See you in Congress. I would also much rather reveal the Discmancer, but that is not happening today. That's not happening now. Oh. Hey. The Oracle is back already? Oh my god. I haven't even given thought to the choice that the Oracle left me. Whether or not I will take on... I don't want to take the Oracle's help, but I am very concerned that Jasmine will. And if Jasmine doesn't, Capressa honestly probably would. And we know Capressa and the Oracles get along pretty well. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't manage to get any academics to sit down with me. I believe I ended up pissing some of them off. I'm sorry. It's fine. It's fine. I'd like you to go back to the producers and promote our program with them. You did really well with them last time. Okay. Because, yeah, producers right now, Jasmine is back in the lead with them. Oh. We actually are doing okay with academics, though. We lost maybe a little bit, but not too many. Okay, let's see. All right. Ponder this. I offer you the possibility to sabotage one of your rivals, one of them. But should you reject my offer, I will go to your rivals and offer this very same deal to them. Do you trust your sisters to play as fair as you will? I think I may sabotage Capressa, only because if Jasmine wins, we have at least made an incremental step towards positive change. With Capressa, we are maintaining the status quo, which we know we do not want. So I think I'm going to do it, and I really hope I don't regret it, and Capressa's okay. Do you have an answer? Yes, I'm ready. Who do you want me to sabotage? I feel so bad. This is the unethical thing to do. This is not the right thing to do. This is not the thing with integrity. I'm failing my own personality quiz tests that I did before. Perfect. I will start stirring decay into her party. It'll be almost impossible for them to win. Yeah? Nothing else? No moral of the story or anything? You chose wisely. If you forewent the opportunity to get ahead of your rivals, I would have known that you were not fit to lead us. Harsh. So no need to feel guilty or anything then. That's entirely up to you. Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to serving under you, Oracle. I am honored. Thank you for your support. I'll leave now to execute my mission. My logic also is Capressa was so far in the back that maybe we weren't even going to have her be a competitor anyways, right? Maybe it wouldn't have mattered. Hey, I hooked you up with someone that could help us. I'd rather have you handle strategy, so she'll be here. Her name is Minaka, Head of Explorers. It's not a real position of the Coven. It's an honorific title she got from the rest of the Explorers, which may even be more important than an official designation. More often than not, Minaka roams the outer edges of the known universe, mapping every star and planet. She even developed a shape-shifting orrery that keeps track of any changes to any astral body that the Coven has charted in real time. Just recently, Minaka came back to the Coven because of the elections, and if we can get her on our side, we can easily win the confidence of every Explorer Witch in the Coven. Okay, well then, good. Let's do one more round of allies. Scoping, getting the leaders from every major component. Let's see if we have enough to build another card. We have only 13 cycles left, which will go by pretty quickly, because remember, each sort of return trip is between 3 and 5. I don't know if I'll have the energy cost for everything I want to make, but we are going to see. Oh, ancient eye of our former leader, allow me to pierce the fabric of this magic. Oh, I've never done this before. Earth and water. Okay, resilience. Let's select it. And where's the squirrel? I don't know where the squirrel went. Oh no. Dang. I thought I unlocked it. Also, I don't have enough energy for most everything. Okay, we're gonna take a step back and come back later. We haven't slept in a long time. I should probably do that. I wonder if we'll get a card, like a predictive card for ourselves. Ooh, you dream about. You meet with an architect to commission them to design a castle made of glass. The architect makes you pay for their design by letting them eat a piece of your liver. You cook it with a sauce of red wine, onion, and rosemary. They let you taste a bit, and it is delicious. That is a weird dream. Don't know if I like that one. 12 cycles left. We're fucked. What? No, Patrice, what? What happened? For some reason, the oldest witches are after Dahlia's neck. They've been whispering on the ears of the most influential witches in every group, and practically every demographic except for the warriors are losing trust in Dahlia's ability to lead. This is something hard to shake off. Oh shit. This is my fault. I made this happen with my cards back when Dahlia consulted me about the race. Fantastic. Dahlia's support will wane until she proves the Elder's whispers to be unfounded, but we've got nothing to hide, so let's press on and look for opportunities to rebuild Dahlia's image. I mean, we're still at 61. We're still in the lead, so that's good, I guess. I've been keeping tabs on Jinraisha since she's been known to oppose our party, but after her meeting with you, she's withdrawn. What happened? I kind of blackmailed her into it. Come again? Are you nuts? If this gets out, we're going to be in deep trouble. It won't. I think. Whatever. Good job stopping Jinraisha, I guess. Jasmine organized a meetup in her garden to get to know all the novices better. I don't know what transpired at that little tea party, but many of them want to support Jasmine now. Let's be careful. Ooh, dang. Okay, well, let's see. I challenged the proposal of keeping Adana's corpse for guidance, and surprisingly, there are some academics and oracles that are interested in the idea. But almost everyone is fed up with Adana to be want rid of her one way or another. Okay, so that put us back at 62. Alright, let's see. Let us challenge Jasmine. We are not going to focus on Capressa anymore. Let us do witch duties, freedom, and trust. and see who the moth is. Dear Sister Fortuna, my name is, the Explorer, Minaka. I'm one of the Explorer Witches of our coven. I'm meeting with the members of every party to assess the best prospect for our projects, the continued research of this cosmos, and of course, the well-being of all our sisters. Come on in, my friend. Ooh, cool. Hello, Fortuna. So nice to meet you. Likewise. It's an honor to meet with the head of the Explorers. I'm no head of anything, dear. The rest of the Explorers like to call me that, but it's just an affectionate way of calling me old. I know many witches hold you in great esteem, not only Explorers. Well, I mentored a lot of them. I understand the daughterly love, but there's no such thing as a head, leader, or chief of Explorers. In any case, I'm sure you have a lot of pull among them. I won't deny that. My word carries more weight than I'd like, but that's not something I sought out. I'd never brandish that love as a tool for command. Anyway, enough about me. I've always wanted to meet you. Did you know I was planning on paying you a visit right before you were exiled? Oh yeah? At that time, we were looking for an oracle to help us design a plan to travel inside a black hole. Oh, whoa, I would have loved to be a part of that. Well, unfortunately, that project was cancelled after we lost the young explorer to the black hole. The oracle that was helping us at the time told us she wasn't dead, but transported to a different era, and that we'd probably never see her again. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe with you on our side, it would have gone differently. We'll never know, I guess. Look at me, talking about myself again. I'm so sorry. Let's focus on the present, or you could have me telling war stories until the end of the race. It's quite all right. So you're visiting every candidate. How's that going so far? It keeps getting harder and harder. I'm not just visiting the candidates, but their advisors and other team members. And I just love you all too much. The future is going to be bright, no matter who wins. I mean, even Capressa. It's a little bit shady, but I am genuinely... I think Capressa is a good witch on her own, but I don't think the future that Capressa is leading to is one that is bright. Why, of course. She was my mentor when I ascended. Oh, oops. It's all right. I know how difficult Capressa can be. I'll even concede that she may not be the best qualified to rule, strategically speaking. But at the same time, she's the most virtuous of us all. I have no doubt Capressa would always put our prosperity and well-being before anything. Not that Dahlia, Jasmine, or whoever is the next leader wouldn't, but we human witches tend to be more unpredictable than the rest. I understand. So tell me, is there a way to count on your support? So blunt. It's a good sign. It's not that there's something specific you can do to get my vote, but yours is the only party with an oracle in it. I'm curious about that. So if it's not rude to ask, I would like to experience your divination. Specifically, how may it benefit the everlasting task of charting this universe? What do you have in mind? A simple request. Tell me about somewhere I haven't been. Not so simple, considering you're famous for having been everywhere. Everywhere known, at least. I guess there's no harm in writing up a place for Minaka to find. Should I overdo it and impress her, or stick to her request? She is an older witch, so I feel like stability is something we've seen consistently as something the older witches appreciate. I think being more flamboyant and overdoing it may not hit in the way that I want it to, so I'm going to play it safe for this one. It's not a challenge, my dear. Well, you're right. It's a challenge. Fair enough. It's all right. I can deliver. Let's ask my deck for somewhere you haven't been. Okay, I'm starting to get excited. Hold tight to that excitement while I shuffle my deck. And connect with what you felt the first time you visited an uncharted place. Ooh, yes. The ever-boiling sea of tears and the door holding the promise to quench many kinds of thirst. Travel a light year below my house and you'll discover a planet whose atmosphere is immune to light. Whoa. Trace the light between the two large stars of our galaxy, and you'll find an undiscovered moon that lost its planet. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. That's kind of exciting. Are you sure? Our galaxy is pretty well mapped. I mean, yeah, there's the chance we've overlooked a wandering moon, but I'm 100% sure you'll find it. Very well. I'll bet on your divination. Okay. What you just did. It's something else. I'm leaving immediately to explore. Can't wait to hear back from you. You can bet you will. Thank you so much for indulging me. Fingers crossed nothing bad happens while she's exploring. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're in the final 10 days. Hey, I hooked up with someone that could help us. Okay, perfect. Her name is Kriel, the Sensorial Witch. She can affect the perception and sensations of sentient beings, conjure hallucinations, induce synesthesia, or even grant extra senses humans don't usually have. She seems a bit anxious about the current climate in the Coven. I'm not sure what'll come out of this meeting, but I sent her your way anyway. Okay. I was super afraid of meeting with the producers, but they welcomed me with open arms. Okay. So it's the same thing. So we won them back, which is great. Let's look for more allies. I feel like next time Dahlia comes back, we may have to take a different approach because we won't have time to meet with all the allies collected. Let's focus on... Go back to novices because we had lost the novices and I think Nova would be able to connect with them as a fellow recent novice. All right, let's read an interactive fiction. We haven't done that in a while. Last One Standing by Giada Zavarais. When your people started dying, they did it without a whimper, vanishing like fruits plucked by invisible hands. As the lead hunter, you led a squad of your best men into the jungle. You returned alone, an entire squadron of warriors gone while your back was turned. Must be a giant snake swallowing them whole, said the village chief, for the predator left no traces, no sounds, not even the bones of its victims. When your people started disappearing from their own huts, they stopped believing in animals and started believing in monsters. Some prayed, others tried to leave the island, only to be killed by the waves. You sharpened your spear and kept your eyes peeled. You are the only human being still alive on this island, but you are not alone. You can feel its gaze on your skin while you sleep. You saw the monster itself a couple times as you scoured the island, a flick of a tail, a glint of eyes in the woods. And now you have finally found it, a big coil of ink and smoke resting on a flat rock in the middle of a meadow. You are the lead hunter, but you have never killed a beast like this. A snake, yes, but one made of dark waters and whispers and faded dreams. I'm so sorry, I was so hungry, the monster laments, its voice as soft as the night. I ate and realized too late that there is no food left except for you. The shock of hearing it speak makes your hand shake. If I kill you, I'll starve. And if you kill me, I'll remain alone, even without revenge to keep you company. The monster regards you with its many eyes. Let me eat one of your fingers so our doomed chase may continue for a while. Why would I want to... Eventually, I only have 10 fingers. I only have 10 toes. At some point, if we keep giving just little bits of ourselves, it's only prolonging the inevitable and not serving any sort of purpose for me, I guess. Like, what am I getting out of this other than extending a day that I will be eaten? Extending the day I'll be fully eaten. But there's to say, what about just one finger? Perhaps we will bond and this creature will be satiated after a certain point. Maybe I'll accept one finger, but then after that, none. Because I also just want to see what happens with the story. No, I don't want to prolong it. I feel like that would be the worst. Eaten piece by piece, bite by bite every day. Let's attack. You lift your spear and throw it at the creature, aiming for the head. It recoils with a hiss, your spear stuck in one eye. A blink later, it's gone. Your spear is on the ground, wet with blood that looks and tastes like ink. The next day, you resume the chase, a knife hanging on your belt, your gaze set on the tallest peak of the island. You spend most of your morning climbing higher and higher, looking for a cave where a night creature could sleep, and your foot slips, and an instant later, you're upside down. There's blood in your mouth and pain in your head. You fell into a chasm and broke something during the fall. A chuckle. Oh, man. Retribution for the snake. You twist the body, straining your neck to peek at the monster looking at you from the ridge of the cliff. It looks different than before, more swollen and yet less solid, stretched thin. I am too weak to help you, a mournful laugh. It doesn't even feel fair to eat you like this. The creature slides down, but instead of opening its maw, it spreads its coils, enveloping you in a kind, cool embrace. You fall asleep and dream of stars. You never wake up. Oh, I wonder what happens if I helped it. Like, it would have the strength to help me? Would my finger have grown back? I don't know. Whew. All right, that was a good story. And no mail. No mail? Okay, well, let's go to sleep then. Let's see what the next day brings. We'll have 9 cycles left. You dream you are the owner of a tiki bar. Oh no. You design a cocktail by mixing absinthe and boiled mackerel spines, and it's so good that a line of 100 people forms outside of your business. Anyone who drinks it feels the urge to write poetry. Cosmic poetry, perhaps. Okay. Oh, are you back from your travels? I found it. It was there. You are the real deal. Let me know when I can visit. Yes. Perfect. Okay. You are the real deal. You must forgive me for all my condensation. There it was, timidly spinning alone in the void its mother planet left. Too small and insignificant to be charted or named. But a new place nonetheless. I called it Fortuna in your honor. You are incredible, Fortuna. I never witnessed such a display of power. That wasn't even me being flamboyant with my power either. I've worked with other oracles in the past to aid in our expeditions, but this is something else. See, centuries ago I built a special orrery that continuously sweeps our charted space and mutates to depict any changes in our universe, down to the precision of an asteroid. Your cute little house does indeed appear there. So what the evidence points towards so far is either the orrery is malfunctioning, or that the place you sent me to didn't exist before our meeting. But that's impossible, of course. Whew, I'm glad I played it safe with her request. I'd like to further test these capabilities of yours, if you don't mind. I'm gonna have to start charging you, Manaka. This time is something pretty straightforward. Do you know what this is? Yes. It's what was left of Archwitch Kadamia when her coven scattered her remains. This contraption has been around in our coven for a long time, and in all those millennia, there's been little progress with solving its mystery. Oh, I'm impressed. Not many are aware of the existence of Kadamia's artifact. And you would like me to open it as a test? Oh no, that would be an unfair demand. We've been stumped by it for ages now. I'd like to find a clue as to what it is using your divination. Do I explicitly ask what I get in exchange? Manaka is not unwise. Manaka's politically savvy, I feel like, so I don't think I need to ask necessarily what I get in exchange quite yet. I'm gonna ask my deck to put you on the path that'll untangle this mystery. All right, here's a clue for blue. Ooh, the diplomat. This is a good one for Manaka. Only Behemoth can open it. You will require the aid of the highest ranking arbiter. She has classified information. The artifact can be opened by the reincarnation of Archwitch Kadamia. She hasn't been born, but you will recognize her once you meet her. Study the songbooks of the deer folk. Ooh. I like how poetic this is, that it can be opened by the reincarnation of Kadamia. I like that. Oh, so it's a waiting game then. Well, there's some kind of freedom in knowing you can't do anything more. It'll free up a lot of space in my mind, that's for sure. Space in your mind to think about voting for Dahlia? Eh? And having experienced your talents firsthand, this must be it. Finally, some progress in Kadamia's mystery. Thank you so much, Fortuna. You surpassed every expectation I have, but even more than that, you made me fall with immortality again. Before meeting you, I was disillusioned with this cosmos already. I feel like I had seen it all. And you tore through all that like a supernova, not only showing me new places, but magic beyond my comprehension. I'm so happy to hear that. You have my full support. I'll vouch for you in front of our sisters, and I'm looking forward to the future of this coven with you at the helm. Well, you and Dahlia, of course. Thank you so much. See you in Congress. Good luck with the race. It's a bit nerve-wracking that they all do come to me essentially saying that I'm like the power behind it all. Space Cat! Very good. Something strange is going on. Ooh, we're reporting on one sabotage. Capressa's team is falling apart. The Coven is losing faith in her abilities to run things smoothly. She's rebuilding things as we speak and will definitely counterattack, but right now things seem pretty dire for them. Capressa's been moving, and I don't know if she's calling in favors or what, but the old guard has suddenly decided to support her. What? Okay, here's the thing. One was supposed to make Capressa just totally not even viable as a candidate, and I feel like the opposite's happened. You made a great impression on Minaka. She's vouching for us, swaying most of the explorers to our side. Minaka's wonderful. I had a great time with her. That's good. Good energy for the race. Keep it up. Okay, so where are we at? Novices were 50... Oh. Novices and producers were at 50-50. Dang. Warriors were good. Explorers were good. Academics are with Capressa. This is absolutely wild. I thought, man, maybe one has tricked me, because in selecting Capressa, did I give her a boost? Probably. Oops. Oh, I need to send you out. I'm back. I challenged Jasmine's idea of witches not having any duties whatsoever. Warriors are scared by it. They supported our arguments, and explorers think there should be some commitment for every sister towards the community. Novices also want a more collaborative coven. On the other hand, we keep losing the academics. They don't want to hang out with us. Let's challenge. I'm going to still focus on Jasmine, specifically with law enforcement. Here we go. Let's see what this cat has to do. Hello! I got to talk with one of your partners recently, and they told me we could probably help each other. Hello! I got to talk with one of your partners recently, and they told me we could probably help each other. I don't have any clear political leanings, but maybe there's a way to use my powers to make life better for all of our sisters during these trying times. I don't know. Let me know when it's a good time for me to visit. Cool. And this is the sensatorial witch, I think. I forget what the phrase, but she's good with all the senses. Ooh, hey, and I got meet every witch. That's cool. Hi. Hi, welcome. This place is so cool. Thanks. I wouldn't mind being imprisoned here. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Right off the bat, my big mouth ruining everything. It's all right. It's my personal curse, always making things awkward. Really, don't worry. I'm awkward in my own way, too. Okay. But let me tell you, you wouldn't like spending 200 years here. I'm so sick of these walls. Oh, I know. Let me make up for it. Oh! Whoa, no walls. Where did everything go? Don't worry, everything's still in its place. I just altered our senses. I love this. I wish I could do this. It would have made being exiled so much easier to bear. Funny you mentioned that, because I came to see you precisely to discuss my talents. What's the matter? Well, sensorial magic makes a great party trick, but beyond that I feel pretty useless. That magic is really cool. To affect people's emotions like that, to affect their senses, to pivot their emotions, that's hugely powerful. But cool doesn't earn you much respect in this community, and I understand why. I mean, I can't affect reality in any way. After several centuries, I've come to terms with it, really, but from time to time, imposter syndrome kicks in. What? Is that a thing witches can feel? Like, I mean, you're a witch. You're immortal, and you fly across outer space. There's no doubt about you being a witch. Yeah, but you know what I mean. I'm a one-trick pony. That trick isn't really going to have any impact on the cosmos, literally. I don't see it like that, but I can't possibly understand. You're the one who's been struggling with this for centuries. No need to pity me, though. I mean, I have a pretty good life, magical frustrations aside. Oh, not at all. From my perspective, your powers are incredible. Thank you. What about you? How do you feel about your powers? You're an oracle, right? There is a lot of responsibility, but otherwise I am pretty comfortable with them. Oh yeah? Yeah, I mean, I was into divination before I ascended. It's second nature to me. Oh, that's so cool. I wish I could feel so in sync with my talents. I actually came to see you about that. I've heard wonders about your new deck, so I wanted to ask if you could help me find a way to make myself useful. I will absolutely warn her about the risks first. What's a risk? I'm going to tell her... Well, here's the thing. If I tell her the whole truth, I'm worried that she may ask me to do things that I can't. But others have also asked similar questions, and I've said, like, I can only draw from the cards. So I will tell her the whole truth. I don't believe in hiding this. I'm a writer. I determine fate through my cards. What does that mean? I can alter reality, both past and future. You'll basically be granting me access to rewrite your existence. Oh. Wow. That means I can totally help you find a higher purpose for your sensorial arts, but you must be aware that it's not exactly divination. I'll pass then. Oh, it's too much. Thanks for warning me beforehand. I am so glad I did. Oh my gosh. Is the Coven aware of the nature of your talents? Not yet. I'm still learning about them myself. Why? Nothing. Just curious. Anyway, I should be leaving now. I'm sure you must be really busy with the race. Sorry I wasn't able to help you in the end. I'm curious if she may go and tell people. Because she may feel like it's worthwhile to tell everyone that the oracle that's on Dahlia's team has the power to rewrite or write versus just divinate, you know? Oops. Don't worry. It was really nice meeting you, and good luck with everything. Thank you. We'll see how this goes. 5 days left. Okay. I didn't manage to find any more opportunities. I'm afraid this is it. Okay, cool. Which we got the achievement, so that makes sense. It was exciting of a meeting with all my newbie sisters. I talked to them about how amazing you are and how you helped me and insisted we must vote for your party. I feel like it worked really well. Cool. I want you to harvest energy. Energy, you say? Just wait, I'll bring you a lot. I wonder if this will help me or allow me to maybe make one more card before we go into everything. I'd like you to promote our program. Let's go with the producers again, because we are at 32% with them last I checked. Where are we actually now? 50-50. So yeah, we need to just ease them over onto our side. Okay, just to relax, I'm gonna read another interactive fiction. I very much like these. It's kind of nice to have these tales. Penelope. Hey, it's Giada Zavarais? Again? I liked the last story Giada did. Your lover left you on a bright summer's day, kissing you on the cheek before sailing away. An evil to vanquish, no time for love, but to you the hero said, please wait for me, my dove. A ring, a promise, a marriage to await. And waiting you did, respecting your fate. Heroic deeds detailed in the letters piling at your doorway, coming from lands more and more far away. Castles conquered, demons defeated, yet the quest never seemed to be completed. A certain tiredness emanating from the writing, work well done, meaningful, yet hardly inviting. Your ring was starting to lose its shine, love receding like your thinning hairline. The betrothal you had to decline. Guilty for wasting your youth or for not waiting enough, it kept you at night, the regretful afterthought. Too old for marriage, you settled for less, some chickens afield, the wind's gentle caress. And while your hero never returned to thee in your dreams at last, you too lived free. That's interesting. The fact that we ended up not picking the hero ended up allowing us to feel sort of dissatisfied with everything versus either when I was young just saying, nope, sorry, and finding someone when I was younger, or waiting and maybe having the potential that things happen with the original hero. Okay, let's go to sleep. Ooh, you are reading a book while watching your mother sew some cool patches? Oh, wait, we've had this dream before. Okay. Oh, what have we got here? A note? What? Fortuna, wake up. Are you all right? Open your eyes. Don't leave us, please. What? What? Final chapter. Reality check. What? Oh my gosh. What? Okay. That's where we're gonna end today's episode. The biggest cliffhanger. We are wait, what? I don't even know what to say. We are being woken up. Our friends, our sister, they've rescued us. Have we altered something in the past where we have not become a witch? Oh God. We'll find out next time. Be sure to follow the channel to get the notifications and see when videos come up next. And I really hope you're enjoying this. Let me know in the comments any thoughts you have about the game, any of the questions that you feel like you would have responded differently to. And if you enjoy thoughtful games like this and want to enjoy community who also want to discuss games together and connect them to personal experiences and what we see in the real world here, find us at geeksandgrounds.com. It's a video game of the month club that I founded and I'm super proud of. I really love the whole community. I have an incredible co-host in Joel where we have a podcast and we talk about the games to help you think through some of your own thoughts, and weekly newsletters that help supplement with additional resources to just help you think about ways to connect the game to outside things. So that's it. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. You find lots of games to play, and I'll see you next time in the cafe. Bye.